By the way, today in Ukraine, in Kiev, have you seen the video of the subway system in Kiev where people are hiding out and it's like the Blitz during World War II because they're being bombed by the Soviets? And the subway stops that I've seen, the video that I've seen of the subway stops down inside the subway stop underground. Beautiful artistic subway stops, pristinely clean, no graffiti, no garbage, no drunk, mentally ill Democrats like in New York City, nobody throwing Chinese women in front of trains, everybody behaving very nicely. The trains themselves are really pretty. They're blue, kind of a cool color, blue, little green with yellow stripes, and very nice, pristinely clean, beautiful subway system. The Russians are now bombing the hell out of the city, and ground troops and tanks are closing in on Kiev. And today there are people, this wasn't at the subway stop, this was at the train to get out of the country, because people are trying to get on the last train to Clarksville, the last plane to Lisbon, Casablanca reference. And as they're packing on the train today in Kiev, to get out of the country as fast as they can, someone opened fire with what sounds like a 9mm pistol, and there was absolute anarchy. Women are screaming, men are screaming, someone's shooting the place up as people are trying to flee by train to get out of Kiev, which looks like a beautiful capital city. It really does. And, man, oh, Manischewitz. And what is Biden doing now? And there was a Democrat tweeting yesterday that this is good news for Biden and the Democrats because wartime presidents are usually reelected. This is how the left thinks, all right? Human life is not their thing. That's not a concern. Send a check to Planned Parenthood. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez claims she's a Planned Parenthood baby. Slipped through the torpedo nets, I guess, made it under the wire. That's pretty amazing stuff. Yeah, and that's the shooting at the train station, not the subway, but the Amtrak equivalent, Uke-Trek. Go with Uke-Trek. Amazing. And in New York, where they have these Democrats, the media keeps hoping they're going to have a MAGA hat-wearing white supremacist attack a Chinese woman, but it hasn't happened yet. Keeps happening, but it's Democrats every time. As Geraldo Rivera said the other day, mostly young black men attacking these Chinese women. He can say that because he's a Democrat. He's got Democrat credentials. And it's what the video shows in every case, by the way. Well, now the Metropolitan Transit Authority to test shove-preventing barriers at 3 New York City subway stops. Are they subway stops where a lot of Democrats gather? Because, there are no white supremacists wearing MAGA hats. That's right. Subway platform barriers will be tested at 3 stations in Manhattan and Queens, MTA Chair Janno Lieber said on Wednesday. The new shove-preventing barriers will be installed at Times Square on the 7 line, 3rd Avenue on the L line, and Sutphin Boulevard at JFK Airport at the end of the E line, Lieber said during an appearance on New York One. Lieber said the team previously studied and ruled out platform doors as part of the MTA's current capital improvement plan. This is because crazy, murderous left-wing lunatics that the Democrat prosecutors put back on the street after they commit 26 crimes or 46 crimes. And we had this guy the other day, 46 crimes. And he's the guy that murdered the woman in her apartment, a Chinese woman, Chinese-American woman, right? And he was not a Trump-supporting MAGA hat-wearing white supremacist. But the Democrats kept letting him out of jail to keep committing crimes. And then that nice Chinese-American woman was murdered by this guy after, I believe, 46 arrests. And they kept putting him back on the street. And then he murdered this lady. Now, are they accessories before the fact? Are they contributing factors to this murder? You don't have to answer that. It's a rhetorical question. The answer is yes. Yes, they are.